93.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A lot of times in life, you get caught up in the moment, and then you do something. Later on, you think about it and you go, I'm a dumbass. I probably should not have done that. Nathan is on the phone with us right now for a second date update, and that's sort of what happened on his date. Nathan, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, but
Good.
you're exactly right.
Thank you for your email. Appreciate it. We'll let you kind of explain the story of what happened. I thought it was hilarious, actually, just picturing what you said in your email. But first of all, how did you meet the girl that you want us to call today? Her name is Maggie?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you meet Maggie?
I met her on OkCupid. I know, like, sometimes that's just people look at that as a hookup site, but I figured that she was worth, getting to know a little bit.
All right. So normally you hook up with all the other girls that you meet, but this one was special.
Yeah.
You liked Maggie. How long did you guys chat for a couple weeks and then decided to go out?
Yeah, we set up a date for a dinner date.
And what'd you do at your dinner date? Where'd you go?
We went to this really great restaurant that I wanted to try. It had just a great water view.
Oh, fancy.
I called ahead to let them know if I could reserve one of the best seats, like with the best view right by the water.
And they gave that to you?
Yeah.
Right. Do you have to drop a name or anything else? 'Cause next time, if you're having a problem with that, I will allow you to drop Jose's name. You can do that.
They will seat you by the back, by the kitchen.
So you got the table that you wanted by the water. That's cool.
Yeah.
And you were still excited about this date because everything had panned out in person, right? She didn't turn out to be someone who, I don't know, looked more like Jabba the Hutt or something.
No, exactly. She looked like her photo, which is rare.
It's impressive, yeah. And how was dinner?
Dinner was great. The conversation went well. The food was good.
Tell us about the part that you think is the reason that you might not be getting a call back today.
It's so embarrassing. And, again, I thought of this after the date. I was trying to figure out, just sort of playing it through in my head and realized that we're having conversation and, I'm looking at her and taking her in and sort of looking at her face. And I noticed,
That's a good place to look.
Yeah, exactly. And I noticed that her earlobes are really not, just are like sort of barely connected. Some people have those earlobes that are...
Yeah, some people's earlobes go like straight into their cheek, and then the other ones kind of have like a big lobe on it.
It's genetic.
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a silly thing, but I was just caught up in it. And hers like really kind of dangle, and she had kind of big earrings on, and I thought they were cute. It was just me like getting caught up in it, and we were talking, and I thought they were cute. And I reached across the table, and I played with her earlobes a little bit.
Yeah, that is going to be so weird
Nathan.
on a first date, Nathan, to just like, while she's talking, were you guys touching it all before you played with her earlobe? Okay. That's what I wanted, and that's what I wanted to know, because when you put it in your email, I was like, okay, if they were holding hands or something before, maybe I could see it. But if she's just in mid-conversation and you slowly, this is how I picture it, Nathan, slowly reach across the table while gazing into her eye and then just start flicking her earlobe, that's going to be weird.
It may have been even worse than that. I mean, it wasn't even like we were gazing. She was in the middle of a conversation. She was in the middle of telling me something.
Poor man.
What, did you caress them? I mean, what did you do with the earlobe?
No, it wasn't a caress. It was more like, it was intriguing, like to see.
Oh my God.
What was her reaction, like, immediately?
She flinched. I mean, it was it was inappropriate of me.
Did she stop talking after that, or did she just like kind of look at you like, what did you just do?
Yeah, she did kind of like can I help you kind of a thing. And then I just started talking, and I was, like you were saying, it was genetic, and I was saying, well, everyone in my family are attached, and I just,
So you started talking about her earlobe after you played with it.
Exactly.
All right. You know what? I don't even know if there's a move you could have done to make that better. If you would have just been like, sorry, I thought you had nice lobes. Or you go, hey, this is why I did that. How did the rest of the evening go after that happened?
I mean, that didn't seem to ruin anything. We continued on, but then looking back, I asked her if she wanted dessert. This place they bring out a beautiful dessert selection you can pick from. And she was like, no, I'm not hungry, so that's a sign. And then at the end of the date, I walked her to her door, and I would have wanted to go in for the kiss, and then it didn't feel right, so I gave her a hug. And
You should have given her one last flick on the earlobe for the road. So you went in for a hug, and at the end of the night, did she say that she wanted to see you again?
I said, I'd love to do something like this sometime. Can I give you a call? And she said, sure, but, then I think it speaks more that I haven't been able to get in touch with her for the last 2 weeks. I've, sent her a text here and there, and I haven't really
You haven't gotten anything back at all?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, see if we can get her on the phone, see if we can get her to press those beautiful earlobes up to the phone and answer. And we'll get your second date update, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Nathan,
Yeah.
I think I figured out what the problem is with the date that you went on.
All right.
Already?
Nathan wants us to call this girl named Maggie on their date. Nathan got a little wrapped up in the moment, noticed her earlobes, and did something that he knows is weird. He reached over and started playing with her earlobe. And it set a really weird theme for the rest of the date because that's an awkward thing to do. But Nathan, I think I figured out the problem. It's not the fact that you played with her earlobe. It's the fact that you didn't play with her earlobe enough. Everybody in here knows, Nathan, as soon as you'd go for the ear on a lady, you got to go all the way.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean by that, Nathan.
Yeah, I didn't commit.
Yep, you didn't commit
Did you
all
only,
the way.
Did you only play with one side? Maybe you should have gone for two.
Don't be a lobe tease.
Yeah. Exactly. Nobody likes a lobe tease. Very good point,
Very
Jose.
true.
All right, Nathan, we're about to give Maggie a call and see if the earlobe fiasco killed your chances at a second date. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to call her right now.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Maggie, please?
Hi, this is Maggie.
Maggie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Sorry, can I help you with something?
You recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, but you're not calling him back. So he emailed us to give you a call and find out if he did something wrong on the date. Now, the guy that wanted us to call you today knows that he did something a little strange on your date. His name is Nathan.
Okay.
Nathan says that he's tried to text you a few times since your date.
And so he called a radio station?
Yes. So he called us to see if we could get you on the phone, since you're not answering his phone calls, and ask you why.
Seriously?
Yes. Is it because he played with your earlobe on the date? He told us about it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he told us all about your date. He said that he met you on OkCupid, and he liked you a lot, thought you guys were getting on very nicely, until in the middle of dinner, he reached over and played with your earlobe. I'm assuming that's probably the issue.
The earlobe thing was definitely part of it.
Part of it. That's not the entirety of it.
Oh, no.
Because as soon as, Maggie, if I was on a date with someone and they reached across and just started jiggling my earlobe back and forth while I was talking, if they were hot, there'd be a second date. But maybe, but most people would not want to call anybody back after that. I assumed that it was just the earlobe. What else did you not think was so great about Nathan?
It seems like he's not somebody who goes out on dates a lot.
Was he just
Okay.
really awkward, like the earlobe thing, and maybe...
The earlobe thing was a little inappropriate, but he also he kept making like really out of date pop culture references.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with that. I'm going to just jump in and defend it right now. Woo woo is fine.
No, Brooke.
That's not. What do you mean? What do you mean out of date pop culture references?
Well, it kind of seemed like he went out and memorized a bunch of stuff that he thought would be like relevant to like have a conversation. Like at one point he was like, "Oh my gosh, did you hear that Katie Holmes broke up with Tom Cruise?"
No, stop it.
Did he really say that?
Was he joking?
That happened.
He did, and I was like, yeah, that happened a while ago, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, really?" Because it's so shocking.
That's like something that happened like 10 years ago. It feels like.
Yeah, and he made a reference at one point. He's like, "Oh my gosh, have you seen this new music video, Dogman Style?"
Dogman Style. He was trying to talk about Gangnam Style, which was also not very relevant.
Yeah.
How did this come up in conversation? Were you guys talking about pop culture type things. And
No, that's why it kind of felt like he memorized a bunch of stuff or something, because it was like these little tidbits that he would kind of just like throw into the conversation. And
so you'd be talking about something completely different. He would just kind of spout off like, I know this pop culture fact.
Right?
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
It's like going on pop-up video. But
Which is also not a relevant reference. I don't think that show has been on the air in about 15 years.
Did you?
Yeah, so that obviously felt like he must have been a little weird.
I mean, he seemed really sweet, and I felt really bad, and I didn't think it would benefit anybody to, like, tell him I didn't want to see him.
Aren't you kind of curious, though, why the out-of-date pop culture references during your date?
I just figured he was really nervous, and, you know...
Aren't you curious about the earlobe play that you got? Wouldn't you want to hear...
I kind of just chalked it up to him being nervous, so...
Don't you want to hear the reasoning behind any of that?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but not enough to want to hurt his feelings. I figured, you know, just not calling him back was...
Well, I know how to get your answer, though. You said maybe you'd like to hear the reasoning on that. I can get you an answer. Because he's on the phone right now listening.
Yeah.
Maggie.
Hey, Maggie.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Why didn't nobody tell me this?
I forgot.
No, Maggie, I'm glad I got to hear what you had to say. And I wanted to make a good impression, and I was nervous. I'm sorry I'm not, Mr. Pop Culture, but men and women like different things, and I have to admit I did a little online research before the date.
Nathan, I don't think that she's Miss Pop Culture like you were thinking, okay? And men and women are different, that's true, but did you just start reading things online to...
Well, I know that the video didn't just come out, but I don't know how you pronounce that word. I'm
Gangnam
sorry.
Style.
Okay, all right, whatever it is, and it's still the most watched video on YouTube.
It's true. It still is.
So that's relatable. I was trying to, and Tom Cruise has a new movie coming out, and so
all right.
Well, people like Tom Cruise movies. And
But Nathan, don't you think she'd want to hear about your hobbies or talk about your interests? I mean, you're interesting people. You could talk about that.
Aren't you supposed to relate to people?
But
Naturally.
again,
Yeah, but you're just kind of like to see if you guys naturally get along.
I have to say something really quickly. I mean, I'm actually a little offended that you think that all girls are just kind of really into pop culture, because I'm the kind of person that, like, to relax, I watch like documentaries and I go to artsy foreign films and stuff, and the fact that you would sort of assume that the way to all women's heart is by People magazine that actually is kind of offensive to me.
I'm casting a broad net. We're just trying to find anything relatable.
That wasn't casting a broad net. That was trying to impress me with a very limited frame of reference.
well, Maggie, at least he put effort into it. He tried, he read, he prepared. Like, girls are on guys a lot of times for not putting enough effort in.
Well, but I would have preferred for him to put effort in getting to know me. I mean, I was asking him a lot of questions about him. I didn't feel like I needed to go bone up on football and Playboy to impress him.
Nice. Should have.
But I wouldn't have been offended if we talked about who won the World Series 2 years ago.
Or if you talked about Playboy the entire day.
Nathan's like, why are you reading up on guy stuff, huh? Who do you think you are?
Look, Maggie, I was just nervous, all right? I would like to get to know you. And I would love if you made a suggestion for a second date, whatever kind of thing appeals to you.
Beauty salon or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, there's just... Truth be told, I might have just chalked the first one up to nerves and tried it again, but after this conversation, I really have no desire to.
Really? But I think that everything Nathan has said to you is kind of nice. I mean, he did not apologize for the earlobe thing yet, but I guess that was not the biggest issue with you. I mean, it just sounds like Nathan was nervous.
Yeah.
I think I was most nervous because we had such a good rapport back and forth to set the date up. That's what got me nervous for the date, is because I thought that was going so well.
Okay. Maggie.
Well, let me ask Nathan, let me ask you a question and then I'll decide. Other than the fact I'm assuming that you find me somewhat attractive or you wouldn't really want to go on another date with me, what is it about me that makes you want to go on another date?
Well, I mean, first attraction is important. And you're passionate. I did like that you talked about things passionately, that you do seem intelligent and well-read.
Maggie, would
what
you
did
like
I
to...
seem passionate about specifically?
I'm going to try not to let it get there. Maggie,
Yeah.
will you go out on a second date with Nathan? We will pay for it. And Nathan can tell you in person what he likes about you and what he thinks is good about your passion and whatever.
I promise. It's just going to be you and I talking about you and I. I won't watch any Housewives episodes and I promise I won't flick your earlobe.
Yeah. I forgot all about that.
Nathan, you do seem like a nice person, and I understand what it's like being really nervous on a first date. So I will go out on another date with you if we can agree to just not try to impress and just really try to legitimately get to know each other. No pressure or anything.
All right.
Yeah, all right, sweet.
That sounds great. And I won't be so awkward next time. I promise.
It's okay. I understand what that's like, so it's all right.
We got you guys a second date. Maggie, thank you for being understanding. Thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it. Nathan,
Yeah.
you are right. I can hear through the phone that Maggie has fabulous earlobes. I can hear it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.